almost. There it is. This is what I am going to work on today for hashtag Mermaid Uary. Let's see if I can change the title and add that in there. Still learning how to do all the computer stuff, so sometimes the titles aren't right, or still working on thumbnails and working on all that fun stuff, so yeah. Okay. Let's just add that tag real quick. Good enough. That's all I want to do now. Now let me go back. Sorry. I'm just talking and thinking out loud. I'm trying to so there is something that I am super excited about is I have a new phone tripod thingy coming. It's supposed to be here today, and it won't be this stupid gooseneck thing that always wobbles and is all over the place. Hey Jackie, I'm good. How are you? I have a kid-free house, so I don't think I could do much better. That's good. Okay, I'm just grabbing all of my colors. Okay. So, as you can see, I've already started this one. I did do some of it off camera because, yeah, I never seem to get the picture done in the stream, so I just wanted to start. Now I'm just looking for my little Caran d'Ache palette thingy that's not on my cart. Oh no, that's okay. We all have stuff going on, it's okay. Thank you so much. Those are polychromos so far, and then I started her tail. Oh my god. Oh, you're all my favorite. There it is. I organized my little storage cart thingy yesterday, and I think it made things a little even more difficult. Okay. So, I've got the... I don't know what my... Penny, stop it. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so I think I'm going to use some ink tints on the trees and the water. because I never use them enough and I want it to look like painterly. So I'm going to use, try that one. That's baked earth, bark, saddle brown, and then I'm looking for willow. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Okay. So I'm going to do the trees behind her. Oh, hey, Kayla. Oh, enjoy your grandbaby. That's always fun. My kids are at their grandma's. Oh, yeah, I'm still very, very, very new with ink tints. I just don't use them enough, so I'm trying to use them. That romantic country picture that I started and never finished was, like, one of the first times I ever really used ink tints. But I definitely will. My husband started a new job today, so, and his schedule's kind of all over the place. So for, like, the next month, all my streams will be, you're just everybody's favorite, aren't you? You know, at about noon on Fridays, and then we'll have to see where things go. I have his schedule for the next month, and then after that, I don't know yet. So, yeah, just kind of playing things by ear and seeing what happens. And it's just been super busy. You'd think, oh, I have no kids this weekend. I get to do... No, I'm going to go drive Uber Eats, make a couple bucks. So, yeah. I don't get to be home and color and relax. We need it. Oh, yeah, that's always what the problem is with new jobs, isn't it? It's always coworkers. He is a security guard, so he will be at different places. Today he's at a store in a mall and just basically standing outside the door or inside the door. I don't know what exactly they'll be having him doing, but yeah. He was in the army, so that's something that's perfect for him. Yeah, that'll be good. Like I said, I'm really new with ink tints. I'm kind of just plopping stuff down and making sure I use the 4 colors that I pulled out. I got baked earth, bark, saddle brown, and willow. And now I'm on to saddle brown. And since it's a tree and trees aren't necessarily perfect and even, I'm just kind of adding a little bit of color of laying a little bit of pigment down of each color in different spots. There you go. Birds are going nuts. Can't even hear myself think. Yeah, the kids are having a blast over at at my mother's. My niece and nephew are there too. My niece is 15 and my nephew is 13, almost 13. So, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, Jackie, that's the only reason you need a printer. I will tell you what, I thought I was a coloring book addict before, and then I bought a printer for that purpose, and yeah. The addiction gets worse. Be careful. I have a whole binder of pages that I printed off, and yeah. But I really enjoy a lot of the artists that are only available on PDFs, like Mariola Budek. I mean, she recently release that set of art, but I have no need to purchase that because I already have all the pages purchased either in packs or individually. So yeah, she didn't always have that set of art though. So yeah, if anyone wasn't here, I know there's a couple people watching. I did order a new tripod holder thingy for my phone when I'm recording. It's like a selfie stick with a tripod, I think, if I understood it correctly. I don't know what on earth I'm looking for or talking about. So, but yeah, it's actually supposed to be here today. So I am super, 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 super excited because, like, right now, when it does it, all I did was just grab a paintbrush and I see my camera go all over the place. So, yeah, I am super, see, like right now I'm coloring and I can see my camera shaking and I'm barely even doing anything. Drives me insane. Yes, Jackie, get a printer. Get a printer. Just don't get the one that I have because I have to spray fixative on everything. And if I don't, it smears. And when I say it smears, I don't just mean like, oh no, there's a little bit of ink. No. I mean like it literally lifts the ink completely off of the page. This is my darkest color that I'm using. Bark. I've heard laser printers are the best, but I bought a laser printer and mine smears terribly. I have a whole bunch of pages from Ray and Art, Sandra Winther, I think a couple Mariella Budek, my Hannah Lynn Patreon page, and a couple other random pages that I need to print off. And I have to spray them all with workable fixative or else they'd smear. They don't work. You can't use them. So, yeah. It's a real pain. But, yeah, my kids go back to school next week. So, I'm really hoping, I'm hoping that I can get back on schedule and start recording videos again. I have like a whole list of things that I want to do and what I want to work on. So I'll get there. It's just been hectic over the holidays. And the kids are home from school. So it's just been busy. And now, yeah. I have to go do Uber Eats and make some money today, so yeah, it's just, there's always something. And my house is a mess. Always something. Okay, so far I've used bark and baked earth on that tree. Penny! Come here! And now saddle brown. Penny. But, yeah. Like Jackie said, I'm definitely going to do some little Inktense videos. I'm not the best at them yet, but we can all learn together. And I want to do like a beginner series for those who are brand new and need help with just blending or picking, like the colors to blend together and things like that. And then I want to do like how to color a tree or how to color a brick or an apple or just different things, a leaf, a lily pad, things that we have on our coloring pages. That way I can have some shorter videos, but they will still be helpful and teach us some techniques and how to color specific things. All kinds of plans, I just gotta have the time. because when I do have the time, I don't have the energy. I'm trying. Okay, so I used all 4 of those colors. Add some water. And then on the mermaid so far, I have just used, I believe, polychromos. I did her fin, at least the bottom part of it, and then her hair and her skin. This is one of those pages that I've had forever, so I'm really glad that Becky chose mermaids for one of the hashtags because it gives me a chance to finally color it. It's one of those that I've had forever in my big binder. I just never got around to it, I guess. I think Enys pages are very intimidating. They make me think of like Kirby. There's so much going on. And I think it stresses me out when I have to look at it. When I look at the page and I see like these little blurry parts in the back that you can't really tell what it is, like a painting that would have a background. I don't really know how to do that quite yet. Oh, sorry. My hand's in the way. Hey, Martina. Glad you came by. Thank you. Ink tints. I've got 4 colors. Willow and Saddle Brown, Baked Earth, and Bark. That's just my first layer of them. I will probably go back and do another layer once they're dry. And for these itty bitty little trees, I'm not even going to attempt to just use the pencil because every time I sharpen them, they crumble up. So I'm just going to put some on my palette thingy here and pick it up with a brush. Ooh, not that brush. That was all frayed and... I'm still waiting on my Coloring Heaven issue for Enys. Haven't gotten it yet. I ordered it on Christmas Eve, so I hope it'll be here soon. I don't think I've ever ordered a single issue, so I don't know how long it typically takes to get to the US. I had a subscription for a couple months, but I think I just picked the wrong couple months to start it because I did not care for the books that were in there. I did a couple of them. I like the Halloween one and the princess, the world, princesses of the world, or whatever it was called. I like that one. I ordered Enys and Frightlings. No wonder I have to go do Uber Eats to make some money. I ordered those. I got an order from Blick on the way. I desperately needed some of my skin tone colors that I always use in Prismacolors and Polychromos, because I've been using Polychromos more often. And I had to get another white luminance for burnishing skin. I also got a buff titanium luminance to try. And then something I'm really excited about with that order is I also got probably 10 Blick brush markers. I got a bunch of skin tones and a black and a blue that I ran out of in my Calyards. So I'm really excited to try those. I've never used them before, but I've heard good things. So we will see. I have a whole 6 Copics, so I don't really have a whole lot to compare them to. So I am really excited. It's a really bad glare, or is it just me? It's almost better with the light off. Goodness. Birds are going crazy. Better with the light on or off? What do you think? I've got baked earth and bark over on my palette, and I'm just kind of mixing them together and getting a base layer down on all these itty bitty little trees. They're not going to have too much detail, so I'm not really worried about what they look like. I just want to get them in there and get them colored. Goodness, Penny. What? Can't wait until my little tripod doohickey gets here. I'm so tired of every time I move my phone thing that I have it on now shakes, and my whole phone moves and shakes, and it's probably not easy for you guys to watch, because I know that would bug me. If I was watching someone's channel and their camera constantly moved, I would probably not watch it, so I understand. It's okay. If it bugs you, it's okay. I know. I'm really hoping that the thing I got coming works better than this. Oh yeah, and then the real reason why I'm broke is because I ordered Grazia Salva's Wild Souls book, and I am so excited. It's probably not going to be here for a while. When I ordered it, it said that it'd probably be here the third week of February. So that's not ideal. I wish it would be here sooner, but it's coming from far away. I think she's in Italy, so I'm gonna have some time to wait. That's okay. It should be here, it should be here just around my birthday. Just February 3rd. A limited book? What do you mean? Fairy Loot exclusive. What is that? I keep forgetting I need to turn off that clock. Okay, that's a grass down there. This little branch. And another reason I'm using all these itty bitty or a paintbrush and lifting it directly is so that all of the pigment is activated, and when I go in to do the water, the lily pads in the background, if I use Inktense again, it won't smear it when I go over it, and I can just run my paintbrush right over it. So that's why I didn't want to use the pencil. I'm almost done with all these little branches. It's all dried on my palette, I think. That's why I'm not getting a whole lot of pigment down. Okay. Hi, Romy. How are you? Okay, I'm gonna go rinse off my palette real quick because Inktense will stain it really bad. Okay. I'm gonna leave those out so I know what colors I used. Is there a certain part that anybody watching wants to see colored? I started on the fin, the hair, the skin, and the trees. I can do whatever you guys want to work on. I am good. I am kid-free for a few days, so I am good. Alright. Wiped off the camera because it looked all blurry. What part do you guys want me to work on today? The water, the lily pads, the rest of her tail. I guess while everyone decides, I can do like her lips. Alrighty. right in the way. It always is. Okay, so that's just dark red, and then let's try crimson. Tie it into her fin a little bit. And then I will use black and a white gel pen. Yeah, I did a couple days of that, and then I never finished it. I probably won't. I wish I would have, but yeah. There's so many other things that I want to color. I'll probably get around to it like next year. Can't find my black pencil. It's okay. Right? I know. Especially around holidays, there's always something. Okay, I'm still a tad of a highlight. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do the water. And we can play with, or no, actually I'm gonna do these first. The trees. What am I gonna do? I'm going to do the water first. I decided. Alright, now I'm going to use, I think, iris blue for kind of a base layer. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm basically just going to do a wash over the lily pads and this and just go over it really quick. That way when I start to go over it, it'll all be kind of a blue-green color. Like these will be, the lily pads will be blue-green and everything will kind of... Once my new thing gets here, hopefully adjusting the angle like that should be much easier too. Okay. So I've got iris blue, the bright, pretty blue, and scribbling a whole bunch on my palette. This thing is awesome. If you use Inktense or Neo Colors or something, this palette thing is really cool. You're coloring nothing. No, you are working on a big diamond painting, though. Okay. So I'm creating like the line where my sky and water are going to meet because there isn't really one on this page that you can see. Good grief. Penny! A kid just rode by on their bike. Apparently my dog wasn't happy about it. And this is an awesome paintbrush too. It wasn't cheap. It came in a set of 3, a liner, this one, and an oval wash. But The liner went missing. I took them camping like a smart person, and I lost it. That's okay, because I have other ones. They're silver black velvet brushes. And you can, like, see, make a super itty-bitty thin line, or you can, like, make a huge gob of color, so that's why I like them. Alright. I know. Fear the mighty Pomapoo. Even if I go over the trees that are brown, that's okay. All I like to do is go over with another layer of brown when it dries, since they are ink tints and they are permanent once they dry. I don't even have to worry about it. Oops, except right there. Whoopsie. That's okay. Can always shade any mistakes over with a pencil. You won't even be able to see it. There's going to be so much going on over all this blue. I just wanted to get a base layer down. I know, Penny. How dare people be on our street? Yep, I'm going over it so that whole thing, the lily pads will have a blue tint to the green. It'll be like blue-green, and then this little, what's it called? Lily flower, lotus flower, I don't know, will be like a purpley blue, I think. A purple more on the blue side. Penny, good grief. Yeah, and then I figured that I've probably colored enough hair for you guys, so I figured I would do that off camera. And then the fin, I just wanted to do part of it so it didn't take as long, and then we'll work on the rest of her tail in these same colors with the same technique. So you can kind of see how that one was done. Yeah. So I've got a bunch of coloring goodies on the way. That's awesome. Super excited for Grazia's new book. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have no idea how to color animals. I don't know if I've ever colored an animal. Maybe I have. I don't think so. No idea how I'm going to handle that or approach that, but I don't care. It's a gorgeous book. I love her artwork so much. And then I got my tripod thingy coming. And then my order from Blick, some replacement pencils and some new markers. That's about it for that. And what else? I think that was it. It'll be ages before the book gets here. Oh yeah, and Coloring Heaven Enys issue, as well as Frightlings. The Wild Souls will take a while to get here, but It should be here around my birthday. So even though I bought it like now, it'll be like a birthday present. Woohoo! I'm still just using iris blue ink tints. Getting color down. No more pigment left. Okay, and then again over here. And I noticed as I went over here that this lily pad comes up a little bit higher. So with that, I'm going to make sure I go back over to the other side and make sure that the horizon line is the same. And then to create a border, I'll go around it with like a marker. So this is a tad higher, I'd say right there. Not too worried about it being precise. Okay, so I got my first little layer of color down on that. I might just use pencils for the rest of that part. I don't know. And then I think all the falling leaves, I'm just going to do green. I was going to grab a Neo color, but I'm not going to do that because I'm using so many ink tints and I don't want to forget where there's ink tints or Neos and then make the Neos run. It is Romy. I'm super, super excited. That's why I'm so broke and I have to go do Uber Eats. I spent too much money. It's okay every now and then, though, right? We all do it, I think. Every now and then. Bills are paid, so it's all good. Yeah, I think I definitely like the green because it adds a little something to the picture, so it's not all blue. Because her hair's blue, and then the water. Even though they're like fallen leaves, so when I first saw this picture, the first thing I thought was, ooh, it looks like a pretty autumn picture because the trees kind of look dead. They don't have any leaves on them. But, yeah, I don't care. I can color it however it's going to be like this. I tend to steer towards cool colors, I think, than I do warm. I don't color a whole lot of like yellows and oranges and reds. It's always blues and greens, purples, and things like that. Okay, so that was apple green. And now that's dry. So I'm going to take a pointier brush. It's easier to keep point. Oops. And do these little blades of grass. And I have much more control over like a pencil than I do a paintbrush. So I think what I'm going to do with the water is I'm going to use pencils for the details. So I haven't quite figured out how to have the same control with a paintbrush yet. Getting there, I think. Especially with acrylics. Not so much with water media. anyone else started a picture or finished a picture for every time I say it wrong. Mermaid Uary. There we go. Has anyone done that yet? And if you have, or you haven't yet, make sure you use the hashtag on Instagram and or email it to me, Jackie, Kayla, or Becky. Like Martina doesn't have an Instagram, so I posted it on there for her. So she can still, oh, there's part of her fin right there. Yep, so she can still be entered into the giveaway. We're all about to have an earthquake. My phone's just beeping like 10 times. What does everybody else do when they're streaming? Do they use their phone and then their phone goes off? And, like, what do you do? Oh, really? I'm not thinking it's an emergency. I just got 3 text messages from Michaels saying, use your coupon before it expires. I'm all think it's an emergency. No, it's just Michaels trying to get me to spend more money. And I don't need to. Because Michaels is super expensive anyway. Even with the 50% off coupon. Sorry, I'm trying to plug my phone in. Even with the 50% off coupon, it's just not worth the money to me. They're too expensive for the same stuff. You did hear your name. I said that I posted your Mermaid Uary picture on Instagram. Because you don't have one. You don't have what, Romy? An Instagram? If you don't, you can always email it to one of us, and then we can hand it over to Becky, and then you can still be entered into the giveaway. All right. Oh, yeah, the background up here. This is the part of this picture that's always thrown me. Do you color it like a blue or like a green and brown so it's like a forest? That's the part of this picture that's always thrown me. I never know what to do. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to I thought about take like a whole bunch of different colors of green and just kind of color in spots around the trees so it looks like there's leaves on the trees. I don't know how to make it foggy. Oh, you don't have a picture of a mermaid? Do you have a printer? Because if you do, I know Becky sent me a link for Selena Fennick's sample pack. And there's a couple mermaids in there. And then the giveaway, there's, I think, 3 or 4 different books you can choose from. Oops. Oh, yeah, well, if you look up Selena Fennick's website, you'll see that she has, like, a free sample pack. And then you can download that, and then there's some mermaids. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just go all in with this. I don't know how to make fog. I am literally just looking at my pencils and grabbing a couple greens of various shades. Yes. If everyone wants to hang on a second, I will open up a window on my laptop and I will look for it, and then I will send it to you so you have it. Becky had sent it to me, but I already had it. I don't remember where I got it from. See, Selena Fennick. And then also, Hannah Lynn has a set of like a free sample page too, and I almost would guarantee she has a mermaid in there. I can get the link for that one too. Oh wow, I've never seen Selena's original artwork. It's gorgeous. Let's see. Oh, that's a cute little mermaid. Aww. She's got a freebie of like one of her little fey adorable things. And it's a little mermaid sitting on a turtle. Okay. So here is the link for that page, but that doesn't have the sample pack. So I'll find that too. Selena Fennec sample. Oh, did I find it? Yes, okay. Yep, you just enter in your email and then she sent them to you. So there's that one. And then, since I'm already on here searching for stuff, I will look for Hannah Lynn's little sample pack. Hannah. Hannah has so many mermaid pictures, so I'd almost guarantee that her sample pack has that on there. I'm just looking for her website because I come up with everything but her website. There it is. Okay, more. Let's see. Okay, that's not. Free PDF sample coloring pack from Hannah Lynn, but that takes me to Facebook. Oh, I can share. No, I can't because I'm not logged in. She has a little trailer for coloring packs on Facebook, but it doesn't have a link. I don't know. I'll have to find it later. Then I can always post it in the description if they have it. But there's the Selena Fennec freebies. Oh, hey, Mandy. How are you? Yay, Martina. Does that include the mermaid one? Wow, my camera's all out of whack. Didn't even notice. Okay. So, time to I'm just gonna go all in. This is going to freak me out. I don't like it. But I don't know what to do with the background, this upper part right here. So what I'm just gonna do is take a whole bunch of random greens from my Inktense set, and we're gonna try to imply that there's leaves on all these trees. That's awesome, Martina. I bet it's gorgeous. I got to pick if I wanted that or Wild Souls. I decided on Wild Souls because I already have Mysteria and Nocturnes, and I haven't even colored in them that much, so I thought that I should just get something else. It was so hard, though. It took me forever. I was like, I don't know which one. I wanted both. I have like $300 worth of books from Cool Craft Book on my Etsy cart, so, you know. If that's ever gonna happen, I can dream. So I have to get one at a time. Yay, there you go. Gorgeous book. So is Anastasia's Mermaid book. You know, I think it's so funny. I remember when I first started to color, there were not that many, or I just didn't know about them, but I feel like there was not that many coloring book artists, and now it's just like they're everywhere, and they're amazing. I wish I could draw. Not really, Mandy. I colored the hair, the skin, and this bottom fin off camera. So that was all done. I used some ink tints on the trees. Yeah, used a wash of ink tints on the water and the trees, the lily pads, and then, yeah, that's about it. I'm just talking away. I got a tripod holder thingy for my phone that's going to be here today from Amazon, so I was super excited. So no more of this, hopefully, of the wobbly camera. So hopefully that goes good. I have an order from Blick coming. No, probably, nothing big deal. Nothing to, like, show or, like, ooh, nothing to review or show. It's just some replacement pencils and a couple Blick Studio brush markers. So, but that's new. I think I got, like, 10 of them. I got skin tone colors. Yeah, no more wobbling. Because right now this gooseneck thing is horrible. I don't know why it does that. I barely touch with the table and the whole thing shakes. And I'm fully aware. So, if it does bother you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix it. I did buy a new tripod thingy, so I really hope it helps. What else? And then I've got Grazia Salvo's new book, Wild Souls, coming. I'm super excited. Probably won't be here till my birthday, but hey, it'll just have to be a birthday present. That's okay. I'm perfectly cool with that. I will wait. Amazing, amazing, amazing book. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, moment of truth here. Time for water. I literally just picked some greens and laid them down because I don't know what to do on the background. I didn't want to do it like gray or, yeah. Deep breath. Okay. Start in the lighter areas. Yay, Romy! I'm glad you found a mermaid. Is it the adorable little one on the turtle? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. 7 colors? 6 colors, yeah. So, yeah, I can name them all off for you, though, once I activate all this part. Literally just grabbed them from the greens. I made sure I had some lights, some darks, some in-betweens. And, yeah. And I know it's not perfect, but I didn't really want it to look perfect. I want it to look like there's trees in the background, because it's in the distance. So yeah, you know what I mean. Hopefully. Oh, not the little one on the turtle. Aw. That one was so cute. That Selena Fenwick one. This is like a little baby mermaid sitting on a turtle. Okay. And then I'll do another layer, and then I'll do more of the brown too, and do that, and keep going. Okay. So, these colors, I'm going to write them down as I've been doing. What I'm going to start doing from now on is I'm going to keep a little sketchbook, and I'm going to start writing down the picture and then all the colors of everything so that I can refer to it later. So the water is Inktense. Iris blue. And then the, I'll just say sky, whatever, sky background is spring green. So here you go, Martina. Spring green, mallard green, apple green, felt green, oh, that's cute. I don't know if I saw that one. Probably did. Fern. And, oh, sorry, there's a lot of focus and crazy. And beach green. And something I've learned, kind of watching tutorials and things, it was Lisa Lockery that I learned this from. She's an absolutely amazing realism artist, and she does a lot of animals and things, and they're just gorgeous. One of my favorite pictures that I've ever colored, as in my job of how I colored it, was by Fabrica Fantasy, and it's from her Goddess book, and it has a girl hold it with a bunch of apples around her. And when I did that, I used OMS, and when I colored an apple, I didn't just color it different shades of red and then have some darks and some highlights and use all reds. I used reds, greens, and browns and yellows in it. And it's kind of the same concept as like this. How do I say this? Like when I colored this, it was very uniform and very, like, had a technique to it. And I knew what I was doing. With that picture that I'm referring to, with the technique I learned from Lisa Lockery, it was just so random. I would have an apple, and I would say, like, oh, I'm going to put some green over here, some red over here, some yellow over here, and then I blended it out with odorless mineral spirits and just kept going and going and going and going until I liked how it looked. And I found that I almost like how that looks more than, doing our traditional, like, 3-color blends. It depends on what you're coloring, I think, though, and what look you're going for. I could go grab my binder and show you that picture, so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about if you want. But, yeah. That's kind of where I got this thought from. Because in real life, things aren't like one color. A leaf might have 50 different colors in it, and an apple, say, some are green, but they have 50 different shades of green, or they have some red in there, and all different colors, so, yeah. Okay. Add our water. Ooh, I don't like how that looks all blotchy. The thing I've noticed with Inktense is that you kind of want to activate them and move on, especially if you're doing like more than one color. If you just have a wash going, that's different. But if you have a whole bunch of colors down, like right here, there's 6 colors. If you scrub, it's going to kind of mix them all up and just make it muddy, and it doesn't look as nice. So I've found that if you just kind of get the pigment wet and then move on, that I like the effect and the way it looks better. It looks how you would think it's supposed to look. Okay. So there is that. And I'll probably go over it again when it dries. Let's see. Yep, that side's completely dry. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm not going to worry about where any color is laid down. I'm just going to go for it and add more color. The more layers of anything you have, the better. If you're acrylic painting, doing watercolor, colored pencils, whatever it is you're doing, if you add more and more and more layers, it makes it look more real and just adds a lot more depth. And there's literally no technique or anything to what I'm doing right now. I do not know how to use ink tints. This is as far as my skill goes. You guys have seen what I do with ink tints, and that's it. That's all I've used them. I'm randomly just doing this, and I liked the way that it looked, so I'm just going to keep doing it. Thank you, Romy. Yeah, that's the awesome thing about markers or water media, ink tints, watercolor pencils, watercolors, acrylic paint, anything that's not pencils, really, because it's so fast. It took me like 3 hours just to do her skin, another hour for the, probably another hour for the hair, and then her fin took me about 2.5 hours. I know, I'm a perfectionist, I understand. This is doing things messily and without like a pattern or technique is something I've kind of had to force myself to do. It's really hard sometimes too. That's why I like pencils, I think, because it's okay to, you kind of have to plan it out more, because once the paper's done, it's done. There's nothing else you can do. So you have to plan things out a little bit better. All right. Like I said, I don't like to scrub the paper because it doesn't look the way that I want. So I get my brush wet and then just go right over it and then let it do its thing. I mean, I think it looks like there's a forest behind her. And I'll add more shading and details to the trees. A little bit right there. So it just looks like... See, I like it. Not scary. But see, sometimes you gotta just go for it. You're not gonna ruin your picture. Unless you draw an X over it, or, go over it with a black marker or something. It's still wet, so I'm going to turn it upside down. You're not going to ruin it. And I hear that's a lot of people saying. Lately I've seen a lot of people that say they're newbies coming into Coloring Connection on Facebook, and they seem very stressed out when they ask some questions and what YouTube channels they should watch and get help from, and what books or things that they should start with. And they say that they're intimidated. They're scared to share their pages because everyone's are so good. And it's like, it's okay. If you don't mess up and you don't try, you never know what you're going to be able to color. Or draw. Or paint. Or diamond paint. Or knit. Or whatever it is you do. Does anyone have any plans over the weekend? We are kid-free. Woo! But my husband has to work all weekend, so... But really, we wouldn't be going out and doing anything anyway, so... Yeah. Being kid-free is still nice. It's nice not having to wake up in the morning and, you know, to go, oh, feed, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. You know, it's nice to just wake up and just drink my coffee and color for a couple minutes and wake up. Oh, grandchildren, that's fun. How old are they? Are they little? And then, yeah, I'll probably just color some more, work on this picture, maybe start my other mermaid I want to do. That's about it. 10, 8, and 5. So kind of little. Kind of little, kind of not. Starting to get out of the littleness. And then, yeah. So I actually really like how that turned out. I'm pleasantly surprised. And I'm going to use a couple of these same colors. I really like that mallard green. That's the really bright one. I'm going to use that one over here. Probably in the shadows of all of them. And then I did notice that there's a little part of his fin over here that I missed. Okay, that was mallard green. I'm just going to use apple green so it's not too dark. Oh, I'm sorry, Romy. That's hard. Both my mom's dad, my grandpa on my mom's side had dementia. That was really hard. And then my other grandpa on my dad's side, he had Alzheimer's. That was really hard too. It's so crazy. The difference between the two of them was that my grandpa on my dad's side had no idea that he didn't remember anything. He had, he was just completely oblivious. He had no idea that, anything that was going on. And then my grandpa on my mom's side was aware. When he would come out of it, he would apologize for the things he said or did, and it's hard. I kind of understand where you're coming from there, Romy. I'm sorry. It's hard. But I'm sure that she will love to see you. What I love about Inktense is you don't have to have 3 colors to make a blend, or, you don't have to have a middle color, since they just melt into each other once you add water, and then you just go with it. I just messily scribbled on 2 colors, and once you get them both wet, it's like they just blend perfect. I love them. Okay, so I got just about all the green done. Those leaves are super itty bitty that she has in her hair and in her hands and stuff, so I'm going to do all those with pencil. I wasn't planning on doing Inktense when I started today, but then I looked at this and I was like, I'm going to use some Inktense. Sometimes you just have to go with it. If you get that gut feeling that you want to use a certain media, just do it. You have more fun that way. funny. It's so sad, though. Horrible thing to watch your loved ones go through. I'm not doing anything. Cleaning, driving for Uber Eats, trying to make some money, coloring, cleaning. Thinking about when my kids are gonna be back already. It's like it's already stressing me out. They just left and I'm already like, man, they're gonna be back soon. Okay. Do I want to do the water? Do I want to put on her fin? It's almost 2 o'clock. Thinking about what I want to do. Maybe the tail. I'll work on that a little bit more. So for the fin, I got my colors from Claire's Polychromos chart. And I used ultramarine, manganese violet, crimson, pink, purple lake, middle, ultramarine, manganese violet, crimson, middle, purple, pink, and pink madder lake. There we go. That's funny. Yeah, I remember that the most. Is that they don't realize how old they are. They, they kind of revert. So, like, my grandpa, one of them, he would just, yeah. They kind of revert, and they think they're teenagers again. And yeah, it's funny. I know, right? Yeah, for me it's 2 p.m. What's funny is my kids weren't here. I feel like I just woke up because I kind of did. But I'm done. I've got to go, I've been super lazy. We slept in until 11. We watched a movie last night and we just stayed up and, yeah, enjoyed it. So we didn't even get up until 11. I still gotta get ready for the day and then go do Uber Eats. Oh, coloring fool. Thanks for watching and coming finding me. That's awesome. And thank you. It's almost 11 p.m. there. Wow. Yep. 2 p.m. for me. Okay. So, I'm going to do this frilly part, I think. Or, let's see. I know there's a couple of you here that are in the chat and stuff. So, okay, Martina. Do you want to see me do this frilly part so you can kind of see how I did this, or do you want to see how I would do the scales and the tail and things? Up to you guys. We got a tail and a frilly. Okay. So, what I'll do then is since this really isn't that big anyway, I guess I can do part of this, and then we can do a chunk of this. Because we got a frilly and a tail. Alright. Gotta sharpen on my pencils real quick. So, be prepared for the wobbly camera. I have not gotten my tripod yet. I know, it's horrible. I can't wait until it gets here. Sharpened. Okay, so what I did first is I already have a base layer of the lightest color, which is a pink madder lake, and then my darkest color is ultramarine. I guess it's not necessarily the darkest color, but it is my shadow color. And then if you can kind of see on the picture where it's like grayed out, like where the folds are in the frill, it's kind of like coloring folds in clothing. I leave a kind of a gap in there, but you'll see why. You'll see how it turns out. And this one's a lot smaller than this, so I have to be more precise in where I put the pencil down. Alright, so that's ultramarine. And then I guess technically the actual darkest color is manganese violet. Hopefully I said that right. I'm really focusing on those inside fold thingies of the tail, because these are the dark colors. And the end of it right there. And then the next one is a crimson. And then I'm going over the outline a little bit right here. And then, oh, I got a dark red in there. That's not supposed to be in there. Middle purple pink. Use the dark red on the lips, and I put them in my bunch of pencils for that. And this is the second to the lightest color, so now I'm starting to go into the highlighted outer fold part. And now pink madder lake. And this is the lightest color, so I'm just basically going over the entire thing. Or you can be super surprised, precise, and, you know, do the little circles and stuff. But I'm just going to go over the whole thing because that's all I need it for. And then I'm going to grab my white Prismacolor and a black pencil. You can be Polychromos, Prismacolor, whatever you have on hand. Let's see if I can find one of mine now. Oh, there's the black one. Okay. I'm just using the black to go into the shadows. And I'm just taking the white Prismacolor and going over the spots that I want the highlights to be. So you really don't want to use a whole lot of it. And then I'm going to go back to ultramarine. And then manganese. Crimson, or pink. Yeah, I'll just use middle purple pink. Once you get that first layer of all the colors, it's not super important on like the order you go in and stuff. Just make sure you don't like put a dark color too far so it doesn't overtake everything. I don't know what that is. Let's delete that message out. I don't know what that last comment was about. I don't know what that is. Okay, so that's really it. And then how I made the little super bright highlights was just a white gel pen. Which of course I don't even see. So yeah, ignore that. Time to change my Christmas music clock. Keep forgetting about it. Okay, so that's it. It's pretty simple. It's kind of like the folds in your clothes. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, just think of it like folds in your clothes. Like you put the folds, the darkest part, and then work your way to the light and have your highlights next to a dark. That's it. And then I'll do that another time too. Welcome. So there's that part. And then... Hey, Kayla. Oh, that's okay. Take care of your grandbaby. Enjoy it while you have them. It's coloring full, Sheila. Thank you so much, Kayla. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that you can color this. The skin is polychromos. Do you want to know the colors? I can tell you. I wrote them down because I'm getting organized. Okay, good to know. Coloring full is Sheila. Hi, Sheila. I used white, cream, light flesh, medium flesh, dark flesh, burnt ochre, cinnamon, and kaput mortem violet. And then a white Prismacolor. I hardly ever use the white polychromos. So for the tail, there's a couple different things you can do. You could like do dark and then have it go to like dark, get lighter, like the highlight, and then dark. Or we could do like each individual scale. I almost thought about taking gel pens and doing the scales like so it's sparkly. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Thank you so much, Kayla. The skin is Polychromos 2. That one's Delft. Oh, good grief. Martina's going to yell at me. Delft? We went over this before. She taught me how to say it. Delft blue, cobalt turquoise, light cobalt turquoise, helio turquoise, and light phthalo blue. Which one? Gel pens? Because I'm kind of thinking some gel pens. Fun. Yay. Okay. I might have to go dig out my big monstrous box of gel pens because I just have some of my favorite colors in my little flower base thing. And some lights. And maybe a silver. some black. I gotta have some white in there too. Okay, got pinks and silver. Maybe gold. Why not? Yeah, maybe not. We'll see. Why not? Oh, there's that white gel pen. So yeah, here's how I would do the highlights for this. And that's it. Okay. Gel penny time. So literally, I pulled out my little vase that I have my gel pen sticking up in, and I just grabbed a bunch of colors. Nothing technical, no anything to it. I just grabbed some colors. Okay, this is more like a black pen, but it'll work. Okay. So I think I'm going to start along the edge just because that's where she already has the scales drawn in. And then as I get towards the center, I will worry about kind of filling this part in. That way it'll give us a like pattern to go with. Good thing I didn't use Prismacolors for that base layer because it would clog up my pens. It's just one little layer of polychromos, so it's good. I'm using it closer so you can see what I'm doing. I know, right? Because, you know, coloring in some circles with gel pens is so complicated and technical. I don't know why I'm whispering. It's like I'm paying attention to details, so I'm whispering. Just like I paint, I realize that when I am acrylic painting, I like hold my breath or like my curl up my toes or something, and sometimes I stick out my tongue if I'm concentrating or using a detail brush and little itty bitty part. Like, yeah, I kind of do that with pencils too. I noticed I'll start to whisper if I'm focusing. Oops, I'm hitting the camera with my pen. Okay. Guess it doesn't do much good if my hand's in the way, huh? And I'm not going to do her whole tail today because I don't have time. I have to get off of here in a few minutes. But I just wanted to start it. And then what I'll do is I'll take a rubber band and put all the pens that I used into a bundle so I don't lose them. Sorry, Jackie. Hopefully it doesn't last too much longer for you. I know, right, Martina? That's why I almost thought about, like, just doing a big gradient on her tail. But I was like, ooh, sparkly gel pens, so it looks like shiny scales. I'm just trying to make sure I've got darks and lights and middles and everything in here. But I did notice that I got lots of darks right there. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And then when I'm done, I'll take my white gel pen and like add a highlight around the edge of it. It's scales. Fish scales aren't perfect. Dragon scales aren't perfect. It is all right. And they're all not circle. They're all kinds of random shapes. But I'm just filling it in however. Just trying to stay in the same general shape. I'm not too worried about anything. Martina, you're going to color a page in Martina's new book, in Anastasia's new mermaid book for Mermaid, you wary, right? I said it right the first time on that one. Make sure if you guys color a picture to email it to one of us or use the hashtag, because that way you'll make sure you're entered into the giveaway at the end of the month. That's okay. That's alright, Kayla. That's what little ones do. Okay, Sheila, you could do sparkles on the side like you are. Yeah, that's kind of true too, huh? I could like do dark and then ease into that, and this could be the highlighted area. And I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll figure it out. I'm surprised at how fast this one is coming along. Probably because I didn't do it all in pencil. Alright. Well, I think this is it for this stream. And, yeah. I think I might do another stream with this page, or I don't know. Do you guys want to do another stream with this excuse me, with this page, or would you rather me just color it on my own and then do the other mermaid picture next week? This is the other one I want to do. There's the whole thing. It's getting there. Using ink tints and gel pens and pencils and whatever else I end up using. Good grief. I used all of this today, guys. And more. The skin isn't even in there. So far, plus the gel pens, this is what I've done on this page. Goodness. Thank you so much, Mandy and Sheila and everybody else. I am so glad you guys hung out with me today. It's awesome. I needed some socializing. My kids aren't here. My house is too quiet. I don't know what to do with myself. So, alright. I'm going to go get on with the rest of my day, and some of you guys have got to go to bed and all that. So, yep, as always, I had fun. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much, Romy. bye Mandy, bye Martina, bye Sheila, Romy, Kayla. I hope I didn't leave. I hope that was everybody. I'm trying to remember. Oh, and Jackie. I might have already said that. Jackie, Kayla, Romy, Sheila, Martina, Mandy. I think that's everybody. I don't know. Thank you everybody that was here today, and thank you everyone that watches it back. So bye everybody. I will see you next week, and I'll probably talk to a lot of you before that. So yeah, bye.